Welcome back. It's Wednesday, which means we get to check in with our best friend for life or longer, Michael Babcock. We're getting matching rings, guys.
Yes.
I'll wear it.
Michael, if we get you a matching
it.
ring or a friendship bracelet, will you guys wear them?
I will wear it. Absolutely.
Okay.
I will personally handcraft
Let's
these.
get them.
We're going to make them on the show, Michael. And then
That should be our craft.
We're going to make a craft next week for you, and we're sending it to you at TMZ.
Boom. Best
I
friend for life
would
or
be
longer.
so happy. Please do that.
By the way, Michael, I have your home address because I've been there.
Are you?
Yeah. And I knew Babcock before you.
That
And
is
I don't
true,
have the
isn't it?
address.
I've been to his house.
He's probably
I'm
moved
not
since
safe
then. So.
I'm not safe anywhere. I know. And I wasn't even there, Jeremy, right?
I wasn't. You weren't there when I was there.
That's right. He did tell me the story.
Oh, so
Anyway,
funny.
sorry, Michael. We
It's true.
digress.
It's true.
So what's in
I forgot what we were talking about.
I don't even know. We got some headlines, though.
What is happening in
Yeah.
Hollywood?
Yeah, so Johnny Depp, obviously the trial was, I don't know, the biggest, maybe the biggest thing in celebrity news last year, Amber Heard defamation. So obviously she first sued him, but he ended up actually getting money himself, right? He actually was awarded $1 million. So that $1 million has finally been paid by not Amber Heard herself, but she had insurance. So her insurance company has paid this $1 million payment. So what Johnny Depp is going to do is, rather than taking the money, spending it, buying a new car or something, he is going to split up that $1 million 5 ways, $200,000 a piece, and he's going to give it to 5 different organizations that he cares about, and some of them that he's worked with in the past. So it's, he said all along, I don't want to bankrupt Amber Heard. That's not what I'm looking to do here. But I would like to get my reputation back. And I have been so affected and so hurt by the things that Amber Heard said about me. It really ruined my career, that I want to show that I'm a good guy. So in the end, he sort of uses her money against her and uses it to show that he is a good guy. It's probably could be also a shot. You might remember during the trial, she talked about giving, these large amounts of money to charity, and turns out that she actually probably didn't. And now he goes and he donates the money. So $1 million, one of them goes to Marlon Brando's charity, somebody that he loved. You've got this organization. It's sort of like Make-A-Wish, but it's for kids who want to either act in or work on a movie, and they will actually make these short films or these documentaries. And it costs like $30,000 a movie.
Oh my
so
gosh.
him giving $250,000, that's gonna make the wish of a bunch of kids who are critically sick, terminally ill. It's a really nice thing that he's doing.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, that's definitely what he's doing with the money is going to hopefully clear up that, drunken, abusive person that was painted in court.
Right. Yeah, and that's right. That's what people thought about him, Manny. They thought he was an abuser and, all those things, some terrible stuff. And it really cost him. It cost him movie roles. It cost him endorsements. And, and then when he won the case here, and he lost in the UK, but when he won the case here, a lot of that changed almost instantly. And I think this is the last piece, and now he can fully move on from that.
It just shows how damaging 2 allegations can be. Because here in America, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people, as soon as you hear something, you immediately judge and pass guilt on them.
Yeah.
And
a
you
lot
gotta
of
have.
people are talking about that now with Jonathan Majors, the actor, and he's had some domestic violence allegations. It's I mean, I don't envy the position of the studios or it's tough decisions obviously to make, but in the end, it turns out that Johnny seemingly didn't do any of the things that she said. So
That's so good, though.
finally passed
Love
it.
that.
Yeah.
Very Jeff Bezos' ex-wife of him to do. He took her divorce settlement and gave it all to charity.
She
It
did?
is.
Yeah, most of it, I think.
She's not a billionaire?
No, I think she still is, but she gave away multiple billions to charity.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I saw a comedian make fun of Jeff. What's her name? The Bezos wife?
Ex-wife or the
Mackenzie?
Ex-wife.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. It had the Forbes list of the richest women, and it has her there, Mackenzie Bezos, and it says author. And this comedian was saying, girl, you did not get your money from being an author.
Yeah. You just married wives.
That's a fact.
All right, so speaking of money, Kevin Costner,
Yes.
And divorce, right?
Yeah.
Money and divorce. So Kevin Costner's wife, Christine, she filed for divorce May 1st. They had been married since 2004. They've got kids. He said he was blindsided. So anyway, they when they got married in 2004, she signed a prenup. And as dictated by the prenup, if she was going to end the marriage, then she had 30 days to vacate where they were living, or their property, their house. So obviously, I mean, what are we at here? We're at June 14th, and that has not yet happened. So now Kevin Costner is asking a court for help and saying, hey, look, we have an agreement. It's it's signed by both of us, and Christine agreed to leave the house by 30 days, and that obviously hasn't happened. So now he's asking the court to step in and boot her out of the place that she's living. Now there has been a lot of cash or money payments that have gone from Kevin to her. He claims to the tune of like $1.45 million. So he says, hey, look, I've paid her the money that I need to pay her. She agreed, but she won't leave.
It's
Yeah,
never
so it's
enough, is it?
kind of trending in an ugly direction here. So we'll see what happens.
And
you thought it might not be like that because they had agreed to everything before, obviously, with the prenup, but that just doesn't always play out like that.
And she blindsided him with the divorce.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't
he said
get.
He had no idea it was coming. Yeah, I mean, he said he was completely blindsided. Matt, he had no idea that she was going to file, and she did.
Well,
so
isn't it funny too? The things you sign before you get married, and then you're married for 20-something years, and then you're like, well, things change over 20 years.
Yeah.
I understand that.
You forget. Right, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's still legally still enforceable, but no, you're right. It's like you're like you want to enforce that so much has happened since we signed that, and it was 20 years ago. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he does want to enforce it.
So my God.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We'll see. I mean, I guess, presumably at some point you could actually have people go over there and physically take her out if need be. So
And maybe and
hopefully
his
it
house
doesn't
is
get
probably so big.
Right.
They could just live in separate
Oh, and
quarters.
he's got 3, Maddie, too, and he says I own all 3. So he never took them out of his name and put them in her name or both their names. That didn't happen. He kept them to himself, and now he's saying, hey, get out of here.
Get out.
Hey, Michael, quick question. Have you been watching Stars on Mars?
Some of it.
Okay.
Some of it.
We want you to watch because Schwartz is on it.
Yes, every second.
Schwartz is on it, Tom Schwartz. And
that I know.
And we love TMZ's story about him. Like, they did a story about him saying, I'm cutting ties,
with
not talking
Sandoval
permanently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I need to learn more about that, Babcock.
So we can learn more at TMZ.com for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, go read it there.
Okay. Thanks, Babcock.
So good to see you, friend.
Okay, you can watch TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Oh, Schwartz.
Oh, Schwartz.
Oh, Schwartz.